House. Give it up for them, y'all. This is a wonderful day and a wonderful celebration. And what an honor. I know we will be joined later with the Excellency, the Governor, right, and the Lieutenant Governor, Kim Driscoll. And it's so important, right, that we're all here today to celebrate our Caribbean heritage. Whether you were born here, whether your family came here, we are all Massachusetts residents, which is really, really exciting. And it's so important that we convene in the People's House, the State House, to celebrate our shared history and culture and our shared destinies. It's a distinct pleasure for me to return to this building where I spent so much of my career in the legislature. And I see so many faces here when I was knocking doors in the neighborhood. And when I first ran for state rep, I had one child. He was 14 months old, and his name was John Patrick. So today, John Patrick has joined me. He is 21 years old. So John, stand up. So I have the honor of serving in the Massachusetts House of Representatives from 2005 until 2013, representing the people of Boston and Milton in the 12th Suffolk District. And in 2013, the voters of the 1st Suffolk District elected me to the State Senate, where I represented Dorchester, Mattapan, Hyde Park, and South Boston until 2018. Together, we accomplished some wonderful achievements. We opened up the Neponset River path to the public use and the new parks and greenway paths. Y'all know that, right? The Neponset River, come on. Y'all gotta walk it, ride it, run it, get out there and do it. We created new opportunities for home ownership and entrepreneurship in Mattapan Square and Cummings Highway. We passed legislation to give unprecedented access, very important, access to jobs and ownership in the seaport. And we built new MBTA stations on the Fairmont line, opening up new routes and opportunities. And throughout my tenure, we built partnerships, and that's what this work is about. It's building partnerships and strengthening our communities to make them healthier and more resilient. I left government in 2018 to pursue new opportunities in the private sector, but the commitment to service never stopped and never will. And we have an amazing generation of new leaders like Representative Worrell, City Councilor, the Worrell brothers, right? What a dynamic duo they are, doing incredible things. Today, I have, as I left the legislature, I now started my own company that continues the work, right, with private businesses to advance development projects and connect with diverse contractors. I'm also contributing to the success of a vital community institution that helps keeps our neighborhood well-informed and constantly connected. I'm the co-publisher of the Dorchester Reporter, which has been owned and operated by the Corey family for 43 years. And so we're proud to serve as a partner with so many of you here in this room today, to promote the events and telling the success stories that other news outlets might sometimes miss, right, when we talk about our communities. And the reporter is also there to highlight the issues that we all need to work on, from protecting our most vulnerable residents who are struggling to gain and keep access to health care, to public safety concerns, and to elections. There are many ingredients needed to keep our democracy intact and thriving, but an informed and engaged electorate is so essential. And so the work of the reporter and other independent media outlets is so important in this moment. And I'm excited to be part of that mission. I see Yves CAJUSTE, with the media who's here with us, very, very important. And I invite all of you to stay engaged, right, with your local papers as a source for your news and information and business. Help us create the common ground and the platform let our communities know what's going on. In fact, I have to say this, I first learned about the Boston Caribbean American Association in an article in the Reporter by Seth Daniels, who wrote the piece. He covered the birth of the association. It was what was then an empty storefront on Dorchester Avenue near St. Mark's Church. The leaders of the group told the reporter that they'd been discussing the need for a coalition for several years. And in the time was now right. Their vision, as Robert Gwynn told us and will tell us, was to elevate and unify the Caribbean community all year long. Not just for Carnival, not just in June for Heritage Month, but all year long. That mission by BCCA, supported by leaders like Brian, Councilor Burrell, and Representative Burrell, is so critical and so needed in our city and across the Commonwealth. As Councilor Burrell said in the statement in that article, what I often don't see at City Hall or the State House is the Caribbean community showing up about the budget, education, or housing. This is the role I'm hearing that this organization wants to play. It's music to my ears. It's music to my ears as well. And let's be clear, the concept of unity that's at the very roots of the BCCA has really been more important than it is in this moment. And that, of course, extends far beyond this day or our group, but to the entire Commonwealth of Massachusetts and our larger region, New England. Let's say it plain. Our federal government, at the direction of this president, is devoted to causing injury to our people, our economy, our healthcare system, our institutions of higher learning, and our way of life. We have a Congress that's a willing accomplice to this aggression. And we have a federal court that's been stacked with jurists who share this apparent contempt for our values here in Massachusetts and in this region. And I would say the values of America. I said before that we really face such a threat. And I use the word really and not never. Because if truth be told, we've been here before. Particularly us, Black and brown Americans, whether born or naturalized, whether enslaved or free, we know well that sometimes the aims and ambitions of our national leaders aren't aligned with our best interest or even our very freedom. Let's be reminded today that there was a time when the law of the land dictated that it was a crime to aid human beings seeking refuge and freedom in this city, in this country. And to the credit of the earlier generations who lived here in Boston before us, they rejected that law, the Fugitive Slave Act. They organized and warned. They resisted and fundraised and fought back. They understood that human dignity was not something bestowed by a judge or a lawmaker, but by our Creator. And here in Massachusetts and here in Boston, they resisted. And in time, they prevailed. Today, we are faced with an onslaught of aggressions from Washington that recall those troubled times in the 1850s, with men and women who were hunted and pursued in our streets, when our own law enforcement and authorities were pressured to aid and abet the slave catchers and southern slavers, and when our own citizenry faced the threat of punishment if they disobeyed. Thankfully, though, we have strong leadership here in our Commonwealth and the city. That's right. Our constitutional officers, Governor Maura Healey, Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll, Attorney General Campbell, Secretary of State Galvin, understands they get the assignment. They understand it. I was pleased to see Governor He convene an assembly of other New England governors and even leaders from some of the Canadian provinces last month here at the State House. If we are to survive this storm and preserve our rights and economic potency, we must tighten our regional bonds with like-minded states who are similarly threatened and attacked. And at the local level, we must take a similar approach. Let's support our local businesses, like the ones who are represented here today. Let's spend wisely to make sure our entrepreneurs and small businesses can weather the storm. Let's help care for our elders and vulnerable neighbors, the greatest generation who laid it all on the line for us. Let's stand up for our seniors, right? And many of them may soon lose their precious health coverage because of the callousness and the aggression aimed at them from Washington, D.C. And let's support and guide and pray for our elected leaders who will have to make the very difficult decisions in the days and weeks to come. Give them your feedback. Give them your wisdom. And as they stand up for us, let's stand up for them. Very, very important. Let's stand up for our elected and we're doing that today by being here in this room, Take it from someone who knows. Your presence in this building means something, means a lot. Your advocacy makes a difference, and your unified voices can move mountains. And as a first-generation American whose parents came to this great country in search of opportunity, they came and left everything behind, did not speak a lick of English, but they knew the promise of America. And they worked hard like many of you here, working multiple jobs. And they put me through school in my cities. And we're Catholics, so we went to Catholic schools. And they told us to work hard, because education is it. And that's what we did. I worked hard in school. We got a scholarship to Boston College. My son is a rising senior at DC now. But I got a scholarship at Boston College, and have been able to be a state rep and a state senator because of that love and the support of the community all around, like we are here today. To our young people who are feeling left out and not seen, they are seen. We were one of these kids, right? The opportunity's here and we have to grab it. But more importantly, before I leave, in this moment, we have to lean into kindness. In this moment, we have to treat people the way we want to be treated. In this moment, we have to speak to people the way we want to be spoken to. And that will make a world of difference. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Only my Caribbean friends would have a breakfast at 12:30. I like that. I am here for that.
Dina.
Thank you for everyone for coming together to celebrate the incredible Caribbean community that exists in Massachusetts. I have the good fortune to being the daughter of a woman who was born in Grenada and grew up in Trinidad. And in the summer we did the trifecta: Grenada, Trinidad, and Barbados. So I really want to thank our Caribbean American leaders, President Robert Quinn and the Boston Caribbean American Association. Thank you for making today's great event possible. Come on up, Gov. Representative.
Give it up for the governor!
I feel very fortunate to serve alongside Governor Billy every single day, together for the first all-female team to lead the program. First, we're glad it was us. We'd like to recognize Representative Chris Burwell and City Councilor Brian Burrell. I call them Team Burrell. Our former state senator Linda Dorsey-Nafori, and all the outstanding honorees and community members who were here Massachusetts makes our state all that more special. I've got to experience that firsthand, but we would not be Massachusetts without a terrific Caribbean community that's here. We know, As we celebrate today and bring our community together, we also want to reaffirm our commitment to being a diverse and welcoming state. We are made better by the rich diversity of Massachusetts. We know that every single day. We bring those values into government. You live those values in community. So we want to continue to be a state that fights for everyone, meaning everyone can succeed, everyone does succeed, everyone contributes in a powerful and meaningful way. Thank you for being part of that. Special recognition, but I am truly lucky to serve alongside a leader who brings those values, those important values, now more than ever, at a time when our country is so divided. We know where we stand in Massachusetts. We're not going to change it.
And how great is the LG, right? Yeah. It's so great, and I know she takes such pride in her Caribbean heritage and in her family, and brings the spirit of Caribbean culture to the work of our office every single day. So thank you. So I know you've had a great morning. It does. It smells wonderful coming up the stairwell and into this great hall. And I know we're at the part of the program where we're going to see the recognition of some individuals here who epitomize the very best in terms of our Caribbean culture, the contributions to what makes our communities, our state, our country stronger. I echo everything that the LG just said, and know that our administration stands shoulder to shoulder with all of you in the work that you're doing. So congratulations to all of today's awardees. I also want to recognize the legislators who are in the room today. Many of them, so many turned out, which also shows the impact and how widespread across so many districts our Caribbean footprint is here in the state. And as I say, that particular recognition, of course, to Rep. Worrell and Councilor Worrell as well. This is the second time we've had the privilege of being with them this week as they helped us celebrate and recognize our WNBA teams women's basketball teams come to play in Boston the other day. So fun to be here again. By the way, we gave an award. We all gave awards to Aaliyah Boston, who, as you know, is a native of the Virgin Islands. And she's very proud of it. At this point, though, we do want to exercise a point of personal privilege and ask if we could have our very own Joyce Stanton come on. Representative and ambassador for the Caribbean community here in Massachusetts. So, to present you with an award and ask that you come forward here. All right. Go right here, please. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well deserved.
And also, we're good. Okay, I want to make sure you have a nice little box there. Equal? Yeah. All right, great.
We'll get there.
Great. Oh, good? All right. Thank you. Thank you for letting us hijack the program.
I just want to say thank you to Rebel. It's nominating me. And thank you, Governor. And Lieutenant Governor. It's a pleasure.
Really quick, I hope you enjoy the wonderful breakfast, the brunch, lunch, whatever time you founder. But I just want to say that we're here for the second time in the State House, and we are so happy that we have the support of everyone here coming down today to support us and to receive the award. We've done so many great things in the Commonwealth through the years. It's an awesome thing to see that we can be here acknowledging brothers and sisters who visit the islands, the Caribbean. I want to shout out also to Rick Warrell, who has really worked with the organization, as well as Constable Warrell as well, who really gives us that support and energy that we need in the Commonwealth and the city this time as we try to do so many things and accomplish more. It will take all of us here to really use this as a momentum to carry on our work. I like to say that for years as I was in the city, I always felt like Caribbean folks have been relegated to the season. The warm months, it's carnival, it's festival. We love it. We love the party, but we've evolved and we can be so much more. We can do so much work through the entire year. So we should kind of enjoy ourselves going past Labor Day weekend and getting involved in civic duties and charitable events and making our presence be felt right until the next carnival season again. So that's the message I want to leave here with you guys today, to really, get involved, be part of the program, and let us continue to do this. I hope to see you guys throughout the year, not just at the next breakfast. So thank you all for coming. All the recipients, all the awardees, congratulations. Keep the work that you've been doing, and let's, leave a legacy. So our case can really have something to look forward to. Again, thank you, and let's do the work.
So as I call your name up to get your award, I will ask, should they come up from this side and make their way over to this side? Yes, you are going to come out on our stage left, and you're going to go ahead and collect your award and get it on stage right where they will take your picture. All right, so first up we have Taisha Edwards. Alana Badar. Alana Bodo. Natasha Maggie Madry. Come on this side, Natasha. Elon Chapman. Joseph Correa. Hector Pena. Is Hector in the building? All right, Hector, we will hold on to your award for you. Keith Masco. Victoria Shen. All right, Randy Pena. Edna Etienne. Bobby Shakes. Ezra Hines. Is Ezra Hines here? Lisa Lazaire. Richie Richardson. Look at him walking up all cool. Pastor Edsel Benjamin Cadet. Paul Bushel. Dr. Kevin Churchwell. Heriberto Eddie Cora. Ariane Waldron. Reverend Wayne S. Daly. Melody Levy. I might just say you didn't even get to hear them. Melody Levy. Oh, I love that dress, Natasha. Wow. Glenn Jones. Kateria Cologne. Donald Alexis. Ronald Lammy.
You hear him?
Yes. That's the generations we're talking about right there.
Yes, sir.
Shulan Bear.
Eddie Pierre. Althea Blackford. Marlene Abade. And Neabel Dominguez. Delroy Allen. And last but certainly not least, Jeffrey Brewster.
Nancy May by love.
All right, so let's give it up one more time for all of our royal.
Black men, we stand tall, we lead, we protect, we show up for our families, our communities, our people. But when it comes to our own health, too many of us stay quiet. And that silence, it's costing lives. Here's the truth. African American men are twice as likely to die from prostate cancer. Twice. But listen, when caught early, it's 98% treatable. That means getting checked isn't just about you. It's about being there for the ones who need you most. Fellas, if you're 45 or older or have a family history, it's time. The exam is fast, simple, and it could save your life. Strength isn't just in what we do, it's in the choices we make. Don't wait. Take control of your health today.
Breast cancer affects millions of women in the United States as the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths. Black women are especially at risk of developing and dying from breast cancer compared to women of other races. Early detection can improve treatment outcomes and save lives. Mammograms are a powerful tool in the detection and fight against breast cancer. A mammogram is a quick X-ray that can identify abnormalities in the breasts long before they can be physically felt. Every woman aged 40 years and older is entitled to a free mammogram under the Affordable Care Act every year. Make mammograms a priority in your healthcare routine. It's a small step that can have a huge impact on your health. Let's work together to empower women.
Every day, school buses safely transport our children, but only if drivers follow the law. Flashing lights and a stop sign on a bus mean you must stop. Passing a school bus in this situation isn't just illegal, it's dangerous. Children's lives are at risk when drivers ignore this signal. Protect them by stopping, no exceptions. Failure to stop has serious consequences. Do your part for safety and your community. Flashing red lights on a school bus mean you must stop immediately. It's the law. It's about safety. It's about lives.